This is just a mic check. 1 2 2 2 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 10. Mic check. 1 2 3 4 5 6.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
1 2. No, okay, I screwed up. No, you're good. You're good now. I apologize. That's why we do this.
Yes.
Sean, you know the boy?
Thanks, Sean.
Everybody good?
Appreciate it, Sean.
Okay.
You're gonna hit him with a light or not? You know, for some reason, here, flag.
So if anybody needs to get ready, please do so now. Are you good with sound? Are you good with white balance? Anything else? We are going to be playing a very short piece of video for you. It's on the screen back here. We will have the ability to airdrop it to you afterwards for you, anyone who has Apple devices. And I also have some handouts to give you afterwards too. So please don't leave right away because I do have some printing that I might have to print some more copies for you. So you have a 1-minute warning, okay? Any questions? All right, please let the speakers finish and then you can ask questions later. Cell phones in silent mode. Frank, you good?
Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
Morning, everyone. Let me start off just by letting you know who the elected that are here with me today. I have the Majority Leader of the Yonkers City Council, Tasha Diaz, the Minority Leader of the City Council, Mike Breen, the councilmen that are here, Councilman Anthony Moranti. We also have Councilman John Rubo that are with us, Police Commissioner Christopher Sapienza, who you'll hear from momentarily. This is a really sad day for us here in our wonderful city of Yonkers. You know, Yonkers is the third largest city in the state, but we're still a city that's small enough where you could still reach out and touch everyone. 211,000 people in this city. We all know each other. We all are very often related to each other, but it's a very close-knit community. And yesterday, we lost someone who was a friend, a sergeant, a decorated officer, good family man, head of just a prestigious unit in traffic, somebody that is very, very well respected by the police officers of this department, by the community that he serves, by all of us here today. We offer our condolences to his wife Lisa, to his children, Emily and Mark, and we know that today, like I said, we mourn the loss of a sergeant in our ranks. We also know that there is a 60-year-old who's fighting for his life right now, who ought not have been on the road. But that's not for today's discussion. With that, again, I want to say thank you to those who were available to the Yonkers Police Department last night. New York City, as always, NYPD did an incredible job for us. State Police, Westchester County Police, thank you to them for stepping in and doing the things that they did. There will be others that we can thank, the Commissioner will thank, but as usual, law enforcement coalesced behind the families and behind the people of this department, as they always do. And we want to say thank you for their support and their efforts. It was a long night last night. It was a sad night, but like I said, we'll mourn the loss of this officer. Let me turn it over for details to the Commissioner.
Good morning. Yesterday we lost a great friend and a great cop, Sergeant Frank Goldino. Frank was the victim of a horrible motor vehicle accident that occurred yesterday at approximately 3:30 p.m. on Tuckahoe Road in Yonkers. The sergeant and the bus were traveling westbound on Tuckahoe Road. The suspect vehicle was traveling eastbound on Tuckahoe Road. The preliminary investigation revealed the suspect vehicle traveling at a high rate of speed. It slid across the double yellow line on Tuckahoe Road and into oncoming traffic. We have a moment, we'll play the video real quick so you can see the video.
That's what I figured.
Sergeant Frank Goldino was 53 years old. He was the supervisor assigned to the traffic unit. He was hired in 1998 with 24 years of service. He's survived by his wife, Lisa, his daughter, Emily, and his son, Mark. He was due to retire this August in 9 months. He was recently acknowledged for saving the life of a 3-year-old child while on a funeral detail only a month or so ago. Frank was a great guy. He was a personal friend, and he was an asset to this job. He was a credit to this job, and he was a credit to the community. And this is a tragic, tragic loss for us. Anyone has any questions, we'll try to answer them.
The driver, the suspect, driving at a high rate of speed, what is it, alcohol, medical incident, what are we looking at?
We're still conducting a thorough investigation as to every factor, but right now I could tell you that it looks like basically reckless driving. You have a 16-year-old with a learner's permit without a driver's license, driving at an extreme high rate of speed in a very fast car. It was in a BMW M5, which is an extremely fast sports car that he apparently couldn't handle. As you can see in the video, he loses control of that vehicle and then slams into the other two vehicles. Again, there might be other factors involved, and we're going to investigate everything, but it seems the video is pretty foretelling.
He was alone in the car,
He was alone in the car.
the car stolen?
No, we do not believe the car is stolen at this time.
Do we know who owns the car, and is there a relation to the 16-year-old?
I'm sorry?
Do we know who owns the vehicle, and is there a relation to the 16-year-old?
Joe, do you want to?
We do. We know who owns the vehicle, and we've spoken to that person as well.
And are they connected to the 16-year-old? Are they related?
They are.
They are. And where do they live? Are they in
They're residents of the city of Yonkers.
including the 16-year-old?
Yes.
Yes.
Has the 16-year-old ever been stopped before with a learner's permit?
This is an ongoing investigation, so we don't want to get into criminal history or any previous vehicle and traffic violations until we gather all our facts.
First, a logistic sort of question. Can you spell the sergeant's last name, please? And then on
G-U-A-L.
It's G-U-A-L-D-I-N-O.
What's the
Tell
DOT
us how,
resident?
just tell us, just clearly, and it was first said by you at the beginning, it's a tight-knit community, it's a city, but everyone kind of knows one another. Talk about the emotion that's going through the department right now, if you don't mind.
Well, here in Yonkers, we have approximately 620 officers. We're family. We all know each other, and we all know Frank. Frank is a close friend, and he's a cop's cop. This is the most horrible loss that we've sustained.
What city is Sergeant? Do you know?
I'm sorry?
What city is he a resident of?
Don't give it. We're not going to give his home address right now.
Was he on his way to work, on his way home from work? Because it was an unmarked vehicle. So
No, he was on duty at the time this occurred in an unmarked vehicle.
he just happened to be driving on that road, just
Yes.
So is it fair to say he would have been out there patrolling and looking for someone like this, speeding?
He wouldn't be patrolling specifically. Frank was a traffic unit supervisor. More than likely, he was out checking posts and looking out for the various units that were out.
I've been told he was a very caring individual. Can you give me an example of just how he looked out for members of the department, maybe yourself, maybe something that comes to mind?
It's insurmountable. Frank is the go-to guy. You know, a lot of times the traffic unit conducts funeral details. You know, when you lose someone close in your family, Frank's guys are on scene. They're the ones who are helping you out during some of your most difficult times. And they're the face of this department. The traffic unit is an elite unit, and they're the ones you see out on the side of the road, looking sharp, again, going after people that are breaking the law and violating vehicle and traffic law. And they're a caring and great bunch. Like I just noted, he saved a 3-year-old boy's life in October. You know, during one of these funeral details, you know, a 3-year-old boy became unconscious, and he broke off from the funeral detail and rushed this kid to the hospital and saved his life. That's the kind of guy Frank was.
Multiple families are devastated. What is the condition of the boy that is in the hospital? Do we know?
He's in critical condition at this time.
Can you get to the driver of the truck? I mean,
No.
the
Bus.
oh, the
BMW.
16, I thought you said earlier 60.
16.
16 years old. So you have a 16-year-old unlicensed driver in a fast sports car. Somehow this became weaponized in a sports car. This isn't a routine traffic accident. This isn't comparable negligence where maybe our sergeant was doing something he shouldn't have been doing. This is a 16-year-old kid driving recklessly, and as a result, someone has died.
Did he blow through a red light?
No, not that we were aware of.
Can you describe what Tuckahoe Road is? I've heard it described as an artery. It's very congested. Can you describe the conditions of that road?
Sure. So Tuckahoe Road, most of our east to west crossings, get congested during rush hour. So there's not a lot of room to maneuver normally during rush hour. So if you see most of the time, around that time, it's bumper to bumper traffic. So this is someone darting around, finding that one opening where, you could gun the gas pedal and get around traffic, or somehow, cut someone off or squeeze through somewhere. So it's almost difficult to get into that kind of trouble driving on that road.
Now, Yonkers, we have cameras everywhere. Have you followed the cameras that led to that point and see if he was speeding through the blocks?
Yes, we're gonna look at all camera footage from the businesses, from other vehicles, from the bus, and we're putting together a very, very good picture of what happened. It's important to note the video that you watched is showing a segment of what we've seen and what we know already.
Where was that video from? The camera on the bus, or was that from?
It was from a citizen's vehicle. It was actually driving on the road.
Was Sergeant Baldino part of the motorcycle unit as well?
Yes, the traffic unit is the motorcycle unit.
So he would sometimes ride representing Yonkers at various police funerals and
Yes.
funerals of other first responders?
Yes.
Okay. Now, the pictures that you released in November when that family wrote that beautiful letter praising him for his actions with saving their little boy, he's got this 1,000,000-watt smile on his face in that picture. And the pictures from when Mayor Spano supervised the promotion in 2019, he's got this huge smile on his face. Was that Frank Baldino?
That was very much Frank Baldino. And again, this is someone that we all know and someone that we all love. And this is a tragic, tragic loss for us.
Would you be able to release those pictures again for whatever outlets don't have those pictures?
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Oh, any funeral plan, I know it's soon, but any plans for funeral regarding,
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
are there funeral plans?
Could we do?
No.
Commissioner, how long had the driver had his permit?
Approximately 2 weeks.
Hey, for what it's worth, we mourn the loss of a tremendous officer. We were all 16 once. We all have teenagers in our families. We know when you're 16, you kind of like teeter on that edge, and we're always telling our kids over and over again to watch what you do, slow it down, drive slow, and they sometimes continue to do what they want. Just throwing it out there, it's a real tragedy last night for a lot of people.
That's all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, everyone.